Hello everyone, welcome. In this video we will learn about the class, namespace, class and its properties, class and object access modifier. In the last video we have seen what is method and how we can use the method, but now we will move forward and we will learn about classes. This video may be long, but I will try to cover most of the points in this video so that I will not create multiple videos on this topic. So we will cover a lot of things in this video. So far we have seen what is method. So this is the method, and we can call these methods in our main method. Now what is class and how we can use it? So let me add one class here. So to add the class in the Visual Studio Code, just type your class name. Let's say my class name is my class dot cs is the extension. Now this is the class. We can give any name to it. Let's say public. I will give the same name, my class, and use the class keyword before the name of class. Now in the last video we have used these particular methods. Now I can move these methods from here in my newly created class. Okay, let me copy all. Okay, now in the my class I have multiple method. First is get full name, add number. So like method is a collection of few piece of code or few line of code which execute or which do some particular task. Like this get full name method just combine to name and return the full name. Similarly, class is a collection of properties or collection of methods. So this class has the multiple method like get full name, add number, test data. So this particular methods we can access with the help of let me remove do one more thing. I will remove static keyword here. I will explain it in coming videos. Okay, even in the normal class we can keep static as well. So let's first I will do some piece of code and then I will discuss and explain everything. Now here I will create the object of class. To create the object of class, just say my class object name, let's say obj equal to your class name. Now using this obj you can call anything. Obj dot, you can call get full name and pass any two parameter to it. Let's say first parameter is Sam and last parameter is John. So it will return Sam Jones. Like in the method we learn, it will return on the left side. We can take any new string. Let's say it's full name. Now this piece of code is looking good because now we have moved lot of code from the main class to some other class. Like I have given some any random name my class, but we can give any meaningful name, and then we can segregate or separate the code based on our partition. Like all the methods which are related to filter the data will be in one class, and those methods which are dealing with the database will be in another class. So in this way it's easy to manage the code. Now all the code exists in the my class. So like class is a collection of methods or properties. Similarly, there is a one namespace like it's here in the main. So let me copy this and I will paste here. It will end here. Okay, now both the classes are this class and this class, both are in the same namespace. Even I can put it in another namespace. Let's say this namespace name is user defined classes. Now it's giving error here because this class does not exist in the same namespace. Then we need to include it using user defined classes. Okay, now it will work. Using is the word like to include in PHP, import in Java. So similarly in the .NET we are using the using. Now using user defined classes, so I can use all the classes which are in this particular namespace, like my class. And what is namespace? Namespace actually the collection of classes. Like I have added one class here, even I can add more classes here inside the namespace, in same namespace. Okay, let me take here another class in which I will define only properties. Let's say public class and class name, let's say my new class. Okay, here now I can define the properties here, like public string name. In this way we can define. So first we were defining all the properties here like string name, but we were not using the public keyword. But now we started to use the public as well. So what is public? Public means I can create the object of this class and I can access these variables even outside of this particular namespace. Okay, let me take few more properties. In that case it will get clear. Let's say it's a first name and its last name, and let's say it's email. Three properties are there, and if I want to access this particular class here, I will say like my class obj equal to new my class. Now I can say, okay, obj is already defined. Let's say it's a new name. Let's say my class obj. We can give any name here. Now using this object, my class obj dot, I can see I can access first name, I can access last name, I can access email. Okay, let's say first name is equal to ABC, any random name or anything we can give here. Okay, let's give some meaningful name. We will say here first name is Ram, last name is Das, Ram Das. And then we have email. Okay, it's my class obj, my class obj dot email, and I can give any random email here. Let's say abc dot xyz@gmail.com. right? So what is the benefit of this modifier? Before that, we got now user defined class. This is the namespace. So namespace can contain multiple classes, like now I have the my class and my new class, both exist in the same namespace, but it's suggested to use only single class in one namespace, if because that is beneficial to understand the code and to format the code. Another thing, this my class and this my class should not be same, may be same or may not be same. Mostly we are keeping it same, but this is the file name, this is the class name, so don't get confused. Mostly we are keeping the same name, whatever written here for the file name, and to the first class we are giving the same name. Okay, now let's see what is the meaning of public. I will change now email to private here, right? So if I change to private, it giving me error that is my class, my new class dot email is inaccessible due to its protection level. Why? Because it's a public. I can't use it outside of this particular namespace, right? Or this particular class. Now I can't use it here because this is program class and this is in my new class. So that's why we are using public here. So sometimes we need to define few variables which we can use only within the same class. In that case we are defining them private. Let's say if I'm saying it's a private, and in the same class I want to define any method, in that case like public void test. Okay, now in this I want to use something like this. Now I am not getting any error that this email is not accessible because it's a private, but here I am getting the error. The reason, because I can use the private member within the same class. So class scope starting from here and end at here. So I can use this particular private variable inside the same class, but I can't use outside of the class. So this is the meaning of public and private access modifier. Even we have the protected and internal. Right now I will not go on those identifier, access modifier, because when we will learn about the inheritance, at that time we will discuss those things. So in this class we have seen what is my class or what is class, and how we can access class variable or class method in any another class by creating its subject. This is the syntax to create object. And what is namespace? So when we are using the internal access modifier, let me try on that as well. I will close it. Let's don't focus on the internal right now. We will learn when we will learn about the OOPS concept or inheritance part. So okay, I'm also removing this particular class. Let me remove the first one. Till here. Okay. Now I'm saying in the my class I have three variable and I'm using them. Even here I need to modify here, because now we are using the object of my class. We have removed this particular class. Okay, so class is a collection of variables. These are the variables, and methods or functions. These are the functions. I think if any method does not return anything, then we call it a method. If it's returning anything like int, we call it a function. We can just pronounce it function. So class is the collection of variables and methods, and namespace is the collection of classes, and public, private, internal, protector are the access modifier. Mostly we will deal with the public, private and protector. So that's all in this this video. In the next video I will take one entity class. Usually we call the entity class the class which have properties only, like this. Now this class contain only properties, first name, last name, all these things. So we can call it, it's an entity class. If class contains some method as well, like if I will define any method here, in that case we call just a class it. That is just a name to pronounce it. Either it's an entity class, or we also call it a model. Model or entity class, both are same. So that's all in this video. In the next video we will create one small program in which we will take input from the user, and then using the classes we will do some functionality on it, like we will modify the name to uppercase or lowercase, and calculate the a, some calculation we will do, and after that we will print everything on the screen. So in the next video we will learn from the starting whatever in the so far in all the 12 videos we have learned. We will learn all those things in a single video in the next video. That's all in this